Hi everyone, Melissa Wick here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. This is a yin-inspired yoga practice with a focus on the upper body. So we're going to open up the heart space, the chest, the lungs, and we're going to need 2 blocks today. If you don't have 2 blocks, that's okay, you can still do the class. Instead of the blocks, maybe you have a bolster, or you could use some couch cushions or some throw pillows. If you don't have that, maybe use a blanket or a towel, something that you could roll up and use for your supportive heart opening shape. So get into something really comfortable. Maybe have a sweater or a blanket close by. Set up your space. Maybe make yourself a little tea, or dim the lights. Find a quiet spot where you could really let yourself totally relax and reset the nervous system and come back home to yourself. So let's get this practice started. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position. So I invite you to prop your hips up on something so that you can find some ease in the spine and the hips. Maybe slide pillows or blocks under the legs. Maybe remove the flesh from the sits bones. Align the crown of your head over the base of the spine. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the elbows. Palms could rest on the thighs, up or down. And start to close the eyes, or just soften the gaze. This allows us to shift more internal. Let's just give ourselves an opportunity to fully arrive here on our mats and into our bodies and into the natural rhythm of your breath. Settling in here. Just feeling the breath travel in and out through the nostrils. Noticing if you have any holding pockets of tension anywhere in the body, or even energetically, or in the thoughts or emotions. With every exhale, just allow it to soften, to release. Relaxing the shoulders, the throat, the jaw. With every inhale, you feel your spine grow tall. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. With every exhale, you feel your sit bones ground down to your prop or the earth. Just a few more moments here in stillness and in silence. Now gently blink open the eyes, let the light come back in. And we'll just start to open up through the joints. So this theme today is upper body, arms, or chest and lungs. So we'll extend the arms forward, palms face each other, make a fist, and have your thumbs on the inside as you make the fist. Notice if the chin is way forward, plug the chin in, plug the shoulders in, nice and tall, and just start to open and close the hands. Open, close, open, close, open, close. This is really good for our joints. So we have 6 meridian lines that begin or end in the fingers that work with the cardiovascular and respiratory system, so the heart and the lungs. So you want to get the flow of energy moving. This is also good if you have arthritis. Good, and then now flip your palms to face away from you, and then point the fingers down. So just going back and forth like this. This is deliberate. Soften any tension in the neck. Just a few more like this. And then make fists again, thumbs in, and start to make circles here with your wrists. So you can move from the elbow joints, you can get the forearms into it. Letting your spine and back body support you as you sit tall, and then reverse your direction. Good, and then release. Hands on the shoulders and bring the elbows forward, up, back, and down. Opening up in the shoulders here, just creating some space. Beautiful. Release the hands back down onto the thighs. And we'll release any tension in the neck. So let the chin fall in and down. Maybe bring one ear to one shoulder, starting with a U shape. If it's safe for your neck, you can go all the way around in one direction, continuing in one direction. And then change direction, just exploring any areas that feel tense, tight, dense. Good, coming back to center. And let's come into our first shape that we're going to hold. So supported heart opener, Anahatasana. I like to use blocks, but feel free to use a bolster if you don't have blocks, or maybe a towel or throw pillows or a blanket. If you're using blocks, take one block on the highest setting at the back of your mat. The second block you can take on the second setting, either horizontally, just a little bit in front, or vertically. So I play around with both, see which one you like best. And whatever prop you're on, if you're on a bolster or pillows, make sure the sit bones stay connected to the ground. You're going to slowly just bring the back of your heart onto your prop if you're on the block. I like to bring my elbows down just to lift the chest up. And then find that block that's at the back. Find a comfortable spot for your head. And if this is too high, feel free to adjust the blocks and make them lower. So you want to get comfortable. You don't want to feel sharp pain. A little bit of tension is okay because the body will start to unfurl and relax. So the legs could be extended out long. Or maybe you want to bring soles of the feet touch, knees open. Maybe slide a couple more pillows under the thighs, palms up, or maybe hands on the belly. So make this your own, play around, see what would be the best for you here. And then soften your gaze, close your eyes. Just allow yourself to settle in here, into this heart-opening shape. The breath is natural, in and out through the nose. And just feeling into the support of your props beneath you. Noticing the parts of your body that are rooted and connected to the ground. Now empty out all the air, so exhale the air out. And inhale in through the nose. Let your chest fill up. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale and place your awareness right into your heart center, where the sternum is. Hold here. When you're ready to exhale, let yourself soften and feel the tension melt away, the energy radiate throughout your entire being. Return back to the natural rhythm of breath. And oftentimes our shoulders are rounded, the upper back is a little forward. And that's just the body's way of protecting the heart. So with this shape, we're creating an opportunity and allowing for the space, for the energy to flow more freely, to open up. And so that we could feel supported. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. We're preparing ourselves to transition out of this shape. And be mindful of your transitions, moving slow, there's no rush. We're going to make our way onto all fours, tabletop. So you can plant your feet down any way that is the easiest for you to get there. So either rolling to one side, use your hands to support yourself. Blocks aside and just come onto all fours. And we'll move into a few cat-cows here. So on an inhale, we'll release the belly. We don't need to make this super huge. Just slightly lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, push the floor away, nose towards the chest, towards the navel. Feel that nice counter stretch. And then inhale, release the belly, tilt the pelvis, open. And exhale, push the floor away, round. One more time, inhale, open. Exhale to your cat. Back to your table. Let's have the toes touch, knees wide. You can always cushion or pad the knees up here. Sit your sit bones back. We're going to come into child's pose. So a little variation first. Option 1, just extend the arms out long in front of you. If you want a little more, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, loop the shoulders onto the back and extend the elbows, bringing the arms as far up as it feels okay here. We won't be here for too long. Try to find some ease here as you feel this expansion in the heart, in the chest, the shoulders. Maybe you start to draw the palms a little closer to one another. Can you find ease here as you hold? Good. Now if your hands are interlaced, just slowly bring them back to your lower back and release the arms down. You can give yourself a moment here with the arms just by the side. And now we'll re-extend the arms or just leave them by the side if that feels good. I'll give you options here to go deeper with your blocks. So you can bring your blocks down. Option 1. Extend the arms and elbows onto the blocks and let your forehead melt down. You can always place a block under the forehead as well. Or maybe you want to get into the triceps. So resting your elbows, walking the elbows a little farther away from you, palms touch, thumbs toward the top of the spine, just the base of the neck. Letting yourself just sink down. So you choose your shape here. Going inward. Letting your breath travel into the pelvic floor. Allowing the sternum to release. One breath at a time. your palms are touching, just slowly, with lots of care, re-extend the arms. There's no rush. Use your hands to lift your chest back up. Blocks aside. And come back onto all fours. Knees underneath the hips. Just give yourself a little circle, sway from side to side. No right or wrong. Just release the hips, release the shoulders. And then just change direction. Back to center. We're going to come into puppy pose. So your hips are going to stay stacked right over the knees. And you can do this without props. So that would just be with the hands walking and sliding forward, melting the forehead down. Maybe you rest a block under your forehead. If you want to add in the blocks and take it a little deeper, place your blocks down and extend the arms, resting the forearms and elbows onto the blocks. So this might be really intense, so you really want to listen to your body and make sure that you feel supported. You can always walk the arms out a little farther apart. Play around here. Just let your thigh bones move up into the pelvis as you fold from the hip creases. Breathe into your heart space. Lots and lots of care. You're going to use your hands to help bring you right back up. Hands under the shoulders, blocks aside. Back onto all fours. And we'll do a little protract and retract with the scapula. So you're going to push the floor away. It's as if you're puffing up the upper back. Feel the shoulder blades peel away from each other. And then retract, so you're just moving the scapula, so you just dip the chest down. Everything else stays the same, you're just initiating the movement from the shoulders. Protract and retract. And then here, we'll give ourselves a little break from the back bends and we'll come into hero pose. We'll sit our sit bones back onto the heels. If you don't have any props, you can just stay right here. Bum on the heels. Or take your block or a bolster and bring it between the ankles here. Open up the knees a little bit. So this is just our supported posture. This is not about going deep into the quads. We're going to still keep it upper body. So you want to feel grounded in the lower half of the body, and then we'll extend the arms out to the sides. Breathe in. As you exhale, eagle arm, so right elbow, right arm underneath the left. And here maybe backs of the hands touch, or a full bind, palm to palm. Let your elbows lift, palms move away from the face. Noticing if the chin is way forward, pull it in so the crown of the head aligns over the base of the spine. Tuning into your breath, perhaps close your eyes. And the energetic heart space is not just at the front, but it's also in the back, the sides. It encompasses the whole upper body here. So we want to find the breath into the heart space, the lungs, and even in between the shoulder blades and the scapula. Beautiful. Release your arms and just give yourself a little hug here. Relax the shoulders. With the sit bones rooted down, you're just going to start to give yourself a little sway in a circle, just around the central channel, the central access point. No right or wrong. It's very nurturing, soothing. And coming back to center, arms extend out to the sides, breathe in. Other side, exhale, left arm underneath the right. Either backs of hands touch or full bind, elbows lift, palms face away or push away from the face. Let yourself settle here, tuning into your breath, breathing into your chest, your lungs, your heart space. Give yourself a little scan from head to toe and just see where you may be unconsciously holding. With every exhale, just let yourself release. Beautiful. Release your bind and just grab opposite shoulders, relax the arms, and then we'll start to give ourselves that sway again, but maybe in the unnatural direction. Again, no right or wrong. And just make it feel really comforting and nourishing for you. Back to stillness. Relax your arms, give your shoulders a little roll if that feels good. Maybe you even want to shake the arms and the wrists. We'll come off of the prop and we'll prepare for Sphinx pose. So you can just slide the knees back in space. We'll lower the hips down. And we'll come onto the elbows, the forearms. So elbows can be under the shoulders or slightly in front. Now notice if you're collapsing here, you want to push down with the forearms. Support yourself, find your frame, and then hug the elbows in towards your chest. And let the gaze of your heart open forward. Now your feet can always come a little wider. If you feel compression in your lower back, maybe start to draw the pubic bone in towards the chin and gently firm the glutes to stabilize the lower back. Head can stay in line with the spine, or you can release the chin down and feel the back of your neck elongate while still maintaining your frame. Another option here is to bring your elbows down and create a little shelf here for your chin. Just finding your breath here. And each time you inhale, you're inviting in this sense of nurturance and aliveness. And as you exhale, there is this sense of release and grounding. You can stay here. If you'd like to come into seal, you can extend your arms, palms down. Arms can come a little wider if you'd like. Pressing the hands down and extend your elbows, making sure there's no pain or compression in your lower back. You can always stay on the forearms. So you're hugging your heels of the hands in toward the body. Again, gaze of the heart forward. Feeling this elongation in the whole front of the body. And the lungs and the heart meridian run through the arms. Beautiful. If you're in seal, lower your elbows and we'll just give ourselves a little counter pose. So just stack your palms, rest your forehead on the backs of the hands. Let your body relax here. Let yourself adjust. As you inhale, let your belly expand to the ground, creating space in your lower back. As you exhale, you release. And then we'll bring our hands by our chest. We're going to lift ourselves up, no rush. And we're going to come onto our backs. So make your way there slowly. Have your block or a pillow or even a bolster close by. Once you get down onto your back, we're actually going to just give our head a rest on the prop. So the head will be higher than the heart. You can stay with the knees bent here, or maybe you just hug the knees in. You can wrap the hands around the shins. Whatever you prefer. Constructive rest maybe. With the head on this prop, the head is a little higher than the heart. Just allows the energy to descend from the mind and down into the heart space. So when I find that I have tension in my head or I'm just thinking a lot, I'm in my head, this shape helps to drop right into the heart space. We'll just be here for about 5 breaths or so. Beautiful. And then we'll slowly release the prop from the head. And we'll prepare for a twist. So arms out to the sides, knees in into tabletop. And let your legs fall over to the left, rolling onto the left side body. You can always slide a prop again under the legs here for support. Maybe left hand holds on to the right thigh, right palm up. And then wherever is comfortable for your head. Soften your gaze, natural breath. Just allow that right shoulder to get a little more heavy each time you exhale. Make your way back to center. And we'll switch sides. Knees over to the right. Maybe right hand holds on to left thigh, left arm opens up. Let the body unfurl naturally here. Support yourself as you need. Allowing yourself to soften with every exhalation. Make your way back to center. Knees in towards you. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a hug. Acknowledge your efforts. And let's extend out into Savasana. Taking up as much space as you like. Maybe you slide a couple bolsters or blocks under the thighs or backs of the knees. Maybe lift your chest and slide the shoulders under, continuing that openness in the chest and the heart space. Closing your eyes. Take an in breath in through the nose, fill up, breathe in. hold the breath at the top of the inhale, awareness in the heart space. Find ease as you hold. Gather the energy. And when you feel ready, you'll exhale, melt into the heart. Release any effort or control of the breath. Let your ankles fall open. Legs are heavy. Stomach relaxed. Chest, shoulders, and arms are heavy. Jaw relaxed. Head is heavy. This time is here for you to nourish yourself at a very deep level. Allowing your nervous system to reset. Let yourself receive your practice and bathe in your light. noticing what it feels like to be at home in the center of your multi-dimensional being. And know that you always, always have access to this. You can slowly and gently begin your return by deepening your breath. You can move in any way that feels right for you. Maybe move your wrists, your ankles, bringing your arms up overhead for a nice big stretch. Stirring your body into wakefulness. Bringing your knees in toward you, give yourself a good hug. Rolling over to one side. Just pause on your side for a moment. And taking in a couple deep breaths into your upper back. Slowly bring yourself upright to a comfortable seated position. Closing your eyes. Tuning into your breath. Bringing one hand on your heart, the other hand on top of that hand, slight bow in of the chin. Taking a breath and having compassion and care and kindness towards your beautiful self. Giving thanks. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and for your trust, for your support. From my heart to yours, namaste.